Hello, this is Gus Bilirakis. Welcome to this episode of Discuss with Gus. This week, I think we'd like to discuss the tax bill, and I have three letters with regard to that. Now, keep in mind, the conference committee is issuing the conference report. Maybe we'll get it this evening or possibly on Monday. But I have been involved. Now, I'm not on the conference committee. I'm on Energy and Commerce, so usually have to be on Ways and Means to be on the conference committee. But in any case, I've been talking to my colleagues, and I know what they're talking about, and a lot of these provisions that we'll discuss today will remain in the bill. So what I'd like to do is get to the letters right away. I have three letters to talk about the tax bill, and I wanted to answer your questions for you. Okay? First, we have Alice from Tarpon Springs. Alice writes, in relation to the proposed tax bill, I have several concerns that will negatively impact your constituents, such as the elimination of deduction on medical expenses. Now, I will tell you this, I asked specifically a member of Congress who's on Ways and Means, he's a subcommittee chairman from Chicago, and he tells me that you will continue to, under this bill, you will continue to be able to deduct your medical expenses. So I think that's going to be safe, and I agree. I agree that people should be allowed to deduct their medical expenses. All right, next we have Susan from Dunedin, Florida, and Susan writes, will the property tax deduction be included? And I say yes. Again, talking to my sources on the conference committee, the property tax will be included up to $10,000, possibly higher. So that'll be good for our folks, our constituents. Again, at least $10,000 you'll have the ability to deduct with regard to property taxes, maybe even higher. So that's the answer to that question. The next question is from George from Tarpon Springs, and George writes, Gus, are you going to fight to keep the $250 tax write-off for teachers to take for school supplies? The House bill eliminates it, the Senate doubles it. And George, I'm happy to tell you, I've really been fighting for this deduction, to preserve the deduction and increase it. And the Senate position will prevail, George. I've asked several of my colleagues. I've written letters, okay, to the chairman of the Ways and Means Committee, who's the chairman of the conference committee, to make sure you make that priority, make it a priority that we keep a deduction for our teachers that spend money out of their pockets to give a little extra to the students. So we keep it, not only do we keep it, but we double it. So I was very pleased with that as well. Let's see. So folks, there's a lot of misinformation out there about the tax bill. But I will tell you that we've been working on it, and I believe you're going to be happy with it. I think you'll be happy that we are doubling the standard deduction for individuals from $6,000 to $12,000, for couples from $12,000 to $24,000. A lot of good things. The child tax credit will be increased. Hopefully, it'll go even higher than what they're proposing now. So it's not a bad bill. I think it's a very good bill. And we need tax reform, and I believe that we're going to be helping middle-class families and small businesses, and reducing the corporate tax, bringing money, bringing jobs back to the United States of America, where they should be. There are a couple other things that I want to clarify. The mortgage deduction will remain in place, and it'll be up to $750,000. Again, this is not final, but this is based on the information that I've been given. The small businesses were worried about this, and they're the backbone of our economy. They create the jobs, most of the jobs, at least 70% of the jobs. They will be able to pass through, they'll have their pass-through tax rate reduced to 25%. Right now, it's as much as 46%, I understand. So that'll be good for small businesses. Now, we're eliminating the individual mandate, okay, on health insurance. Now, we are not eliminating taking away people's health insurance, okay? This is a mandate that if you can't afford health insurance under Obamacare, you have to pay a penalty I don't think that's fair. So under this tax bill, looks like that's going to stay in there in the final bill, elimination of the individual mandate. All right, again, this is some information. You can contact my office and we'll give you some more information on Monday. But again, it's a good bill and hopefully we'll make it even better. Again, for our small businesses, for our average families, our middle class families, and also we are reducing the corporate rate from 35% to roughly 21%. And that's going to bring jobs back to the United States, in my opinion, and we'll be more competitive with the world. So thank you so very much. God bless you. I'll get an opportunity to say this again next week, but Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy New Year. God bless.